Hello all, I am Professor M.B.Nigade from AISSMS IoT Pune from the Department of Engineering Science. Our today's topic is drilling machine. At the end of session, the student must be familiar with the concept of machine tool, drilling machines and its use, the function of various parts of drilling machine, cutting tools used on a drilling machine and operation performed on drilling machine. Generally, the drilling, if the two components are to be connected to each other with the help of nut and bolts, the cylindrical holes need to make the components. Therefore, the cylindrical holes are required to make the component for many others purpose. Therefore, most of the components have more than cylindrical holes in them. Therefore, the drilling is a process of making the cylindrical hole in the workpiece is called as a drilling. Generally, the highest degree of accuracy and precision work is now the required. Therefore, this type of radial drilling machine is now the used. Ensure the smooth rotating of column and avoid the angular deflection of spindle also. In this power feed spindle and fitted with the drill bits, larger workpieces are the fitted over the tables and arm is of the swell features and spindle speed are exemplary. There were three fields of rotating drill, that is a vertically, horizontally and radially also, means this radial arm is now the used. The operation is drilling, reaming, boring, counter boring, spot facing and tapping. In this drilling machine, the workpiece is firmly clamped on the work table on the base, and the workpiece is now the stationary. Workpiece is now the stationary, and the tool is now the rotate. And this multi-point cutting tool is called as a drill. Is pressed into the spindle of the drill feed. This is a spindle of the drill feed, and this rotating drill, which is made of harder material than that of your workpiece, is fed against the stationary workpiece by the hand feed or by the power feed and remove the material from the workpiece in the form of chip, so to produce the cylindrical hole. Then different type of drill bits is now the used, having different materials, and different drill bits are used in different operation, like, and is made up of high speed steel, also the made up of tungsten carbide and ceramic, and means those which type of operation is there. Whenever the soft material, then the high speed steel is on the suitable, but hard material, always be remember tungsten carbide or cemented carbide tool is now the used. In this structure, we see that this is a helix angle is one of the important, is equal to rack angle. This some clearance is now the required, this fluid is now the required, and this cutting edges, that is why it is called as a multi-point cutting tool. This is a high speed twisted type of drill bits, then wood type of drill bits, and this multi-purpose drill bits is there, then reamer also, and this is a counter sinking is there. Okay, the glass beads is also, means different type of beads, drill bits is now the used for the making operation on the drilling machine. The drilling operation, the first is now the drilling operation, that is a drilling, that is producing the hole, cylindrical hole. This is one of the important, and this is a multi-point cutting tool. Workpiece is now the stationary, and tool is now the rotated with very high speed. Next is now the reaming, means those drill, means finishing the holes is now the required some time. Then reamer is one of the important, means the reamer is available in odd size and drill is available in standard size, means finishing those hole, cylindrical hole, by the reaming process. Next is the boring. The boring is now the similar to on a lathe machine also. Enlargement of existing hole, means the requirement is on the odd size. We must do enlargement of existing cylindrical hole. Those operation is called as boring. Next is a spot facing, means finishing the top surface of the hole is called as a spot facing. Spot facing means enlargement of existing hole to larger diameter and making the surface of bottom of larger diameter, and the depth of enlarged hole is sufficient to provide the seat for the washer. Therefore, spot facing is similar to the counter boring, except the spot facing, the depth of enlarged hole is very small. Then another operation like a tapping. Tapping is a process of making the internal thread in a drilling hole, and tap used for the tapping operation is a tap. Only difference in the tapping, there is a two type of operation is there. One is clockwise rotation of that tool, and another is removing of the tap is anti-clockwise. That means the tool And the spindle is rotated both the direction only in one operation like a tapping. Means tapping is make an internal thread inside the surface. Counter boring means the process of enlarging the existing hole to the larger diameter of making the surface at the bottom of larger diameter flat. Means the spot facing and the counter boring both are now the same, only difference is what? The depth from the surface of this horizontal surface to the inner surface. Means depth is now the more and depth is now the less in between the spot facing and counter boring. Then next is now the counter sinking. The counter sinking is a process of chamfering the entrance of drilling hole. The tool are the use for counter sinking is operations called as the counter sink. Counter sinking is necessary for providing the recess for counter sinking of head screw or the counter sinks rivet to fit it into the hole. This is a producing a conical shape also at the end of the hole. Next is a larger surface. Means tree panning is one of the popular process. Is the process of making the larger holes by removing the metal along the circumference of surface. Means this is a two tool. This is a two tool is now the used and the circumference to the hole to make with a multi-point hollow shapes. And this process is making the larger size of holes. Thank you very much for listening my video. Thank you very much.